Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Through Black and White Eyes. Been a long day, so we're going to get through this. I've got one more day shift, and I can have some sleep. We're obviously here because we've got a massive game tomorrow night under the lights at St James's Park. There is nothing better than being at St James's Park under the lights. It's incredible. So really looking forward to tomorrow's game. Can't be there, but I will be doing the watch along. And we'll be cheering the boys on as much as we can. And we're going to go through a lot of stuff tonight. We'll do the chat and then we'll bring the guys in. John O'Hare will be with us a little bit later on. He's just munching his food. We'll be calling him Jack again tonight because we have John back on. So I'll try and not confuse myself and everything. And we've got the lovely Lauren on as well. And here comes John. Hi all, please remember to keep comments respectful. Super chats are available in the bottom right hand corner if you wish to donate. And you can join from just 99p and enjoy the show. Don't forget, guys, every single penny we make of profit this month is going to John Gibson's charity that he asked me to do. We'll definitely be donating £50. Hopefully there'll be a lot more though if people help out. Hi, Jez, thanks. I was very busy and nosy. Evening, Roger. Great to see you. Villa on the TV. Villa playing the UEFA Europa League song instead of the Champions League song before their game. That was a bit odd. Rod, and a lot of people are watching the Villa game. I'm not, so please keep us up to date of what's going on. I would like to know. Seen it, Gary V again. That's where we get a Villa pace and running at them. And we've got that pace. It's a different day. Anyone, just a quick hello as I'm working until 10. Oh, boo. Great result on Sunday. Yes, it was. We have, and Villa always look sluggish. They always do look sluggish, especially after a Champions League game. But we had to talk about Crystal Palace. Let's not overlook them. They're a very tough opponent tomorrow night. John's in the house as well. Gary V with a thumbs up. Roger Baz, everyone. Dortmund 1-0 against Barca already. Wow. That's a turnout for the books. That's going to be a big game tonight, that one. John's in the background, hoping John and Lauren can join. They will. They're there. They're here, John. They're here. But let's bring the co-host in first. How are we doing?
Hey, good. Can you hear me?
I can. Perfectly, John.
Good. Hey, guess what?
What? Quiet.
I unplugged the speaker.
I got a nice, cozy little place.
I love it. This is John's world, and everyone's just living in it.
Visit a nice restaurant. Wait till nobody's looking.
That is hilarious.
We got better sound today.
Brilliant. Right. Got to remember, Jack. Right. It's in my head. Let's bring John in. How are we doing, John?
I'm all right, guys. How are we? John, it's good to see that you've got your own little studio there now, unplugging that. So if it helps you, Baz, I've changed to JC. That's fine. We can work with JC and John. That might be easier.
That's a good idea. That's a very good idea.
A lot of people call me JC, so we're all right there.
Yeah.
Right. I've got some weird names going through my head now, but I'm not going to call them out. And look at JC with his background. Look at that. Getting in the groove.
I love it.
I've tried. It'll get better. I've tried. We'll get it sorted properly, though. So I'll get a proper green screen.
Lisa's corner.
You don't need a proper green screen. I don't have a green screen behind me anymore. It's all in the software as StreamYard. It's just the lighting. The lighting's got to be perfect for it to work.
So I need to make the lighting perfect, right?
Yeah.
More money.
Same as me. Same as me. I need my lighting to be better, but there we go.
I guess I'll work on the lighting next.
I love it. Oh, man. How's Lauren today?
I'm good. How's you?
Very good.
Hey,
very
good.
tired. Oh,
I'm very tired as well.
Yeah, you sound a little tired.
I am. Yeah. I'm not the 100%, but obviously I've got a double shift tomorrow. I am at my family's coffee house 9 till 3, and then I am at St James's 5 till 12. So.
Oh my gosh.
I'm on a rough one tomorrow.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I'd have sympathy for you, but you're working at St James's Park, so I don't.
Thanks, boss.
You're welcome. Anytime. Right, let's get cracking. Obviously, it's a massive game tomorrow night. I mean, every game's a massive game now at this stage of the season with 7 games to go. This is our game in hand. We win this and you know, we're in third. It's mental. It really is to think think that we could be in third spot, to be fair. But the press conference was today, I think, or was it yesterday? I can't quite remember. I think it was today. Jason Tyndall is obviously stepping in Eddie Howe's shoes again. The good news is Eddie Howe is definitely on the mend. Obviously, John put out a lovely message, saying that he needs to take an extra few days on top, and that, and his health and family and everything is more important. As much as we love him as our head coach, we want to see him back, absolutely firing on all cylinders. So we need him to be absolutely bang on, because we're bang on. Eddie Howe is what we need, and Tyndall can step in for the time being. It looks like the missus is watching tonight. Hi everyone from Mrs. JC and Mini JC. We're enjoying the shows. Thank you very much.
That's great.
JC's a legend now. He's letting them think he's famous now. It's great.
I think my little is more obsessed with you than she is Newcastle United.
No, you don't need to be obsessed with me. No.
Oh, she does. She loves. She's like that. She's like that.
Why?
That's great.
I don't know. It's fantastic.
It's your delivery. It's your style.
It's my delivered style. I love it.
Must be.
Well, thank you very much. That's warmed my heart, especially on a long day, 12-hour shift of cleaning polo mints off and sugar off metal tins and stuff like that. It's been a fun day. It really has. But yes, Tyndall spoke. The most important thing on Sunday was that the players went out and delivered a performance that the manager would be proud of. They showed a fantastic attitude, and everyone pulled together when they need to. They were fantastic, weren't we, Jack?
Oh, it was terrific. I was so proud. I mean, I really was. I was sitting there going, oh man, look at this team. Everybody is performing. I had, we just missed a few up front early, but everybody performed so well.
They did. They were absolutely brilliant. And it's great that, they still recognise what a performance that was. I know it was a poor Man United team, JC, but they still need to be beaten. And they still, tried in that first half and got the goal and made it a little bit difficult. But it doesn't matter how poor they are. We know what it's like to play Man United and get beat off them when we're playing well and they're not. So, we have to put them away, and we did, didn't we?
Yeah. How many years since we got the double on them? 94?
94 years, yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It seems to have been, last night we talked about, obviously this season seems to have been a season of, 70
hoodoos
trophy, 94 years since the double over the Manx. Did. It doesn't matter who's there. It doesn't matter if it's Gateshead, if it's my local team. You've still got to beat the 11 players that's in front of you at that time, and you can never discount Manchester United. I thought Onana was going to start in goal, and chances would have been he'd have turned out to be prime.
Peter Schmeichel.
Schmeichel, he'd have turned out to be the best goalkeeper ever after Thursday, but we didn't. But no, we needed to, and we did the right thing. We got at them. We just didn't stop from minute 1 to minute 90. We gave our all. Every single person on there did their job 110%, in my opinion.
Yeah,
JC, I was thinking that exact same thing, that we've slayed a lot of demons this year, and the biggest one was the cup final, and that's probably what took it out of Eddie. It's like you get a little bug and it gets worse and worse, and you keep pushing yourself. You got to get this goal. It's a long established thing, and I think that's what helped wear him down, was just the pressing all the time. But yeah, we have slayed some demons this year.
Definitely. I mean, I can sort of half relate. I'm a teacher by trade, and I get to the end of a term, go and get ready for a holiday, my body shuts down. Same thing with Eddie. That was probably a big thing on Eddie. Get that cup win, and his body's just gone, do you know what? I've worked for 2.5 years.
I think everybody's the same, though. Everyone gets like that. I was exactly the same 2 weeks ago. I had a double shift, which I am tomorrow. And on Thursday, I suffered from a really bad migraine, and I was in bed all day. So it happens to everybody. Do you know what I mean? But I'm just glad he's on the road to recovery. That's all that really matters, isn't it?
And a lot of people forget they are human. They're not robots.
Oh yeah.
And this this is the thing. And obviously, the C footballers being paid the amount of money they do, the amount of money that managers do, the amount of private care they have, and all this sort of stuff. But they're still human after all. They still bleed. You cut them the same way as we do. And like I say, it's just great. This one for Lauren. He's in the best possible hands, and he'll be back as soon as he feels he's ready to come back. Like Jack said. Definitely don't want him coming back too soon. Even though we want him back, we don't want him back. We need him back firing full cylinders. That's why it's so important when he comes back, he is able to lead the team as we know he does, which I'm sure he will do. We just can't wait, can we, Lauren?
Oh, no, honestly, that's why I agree with Jack. I agree with Jack. Obviously, he needs a couple extra days of rest. Even when he gets out of hospital and he feels like he's good enough to come back, he needs them extra days. Because at the end of the day, we need him at 100% so he can be the leader that we've needed. Do you know what I mean? So, but yeah, honestly, I agree with Jack. He needs a few extra days where he can just chill out and be 100% because we need him to be 100%.
Yeah, and after he gets past all those doctors, I want Graham Jones and Jason Tyndall to be like checking him and saying, "Hey, man, we got this. Okay, just have a seat for a minute. Have a seat. We're gonna get you through this practice. We're gonna get you through this. All the training and everything. Just keep them. Ease into it.
Yeah, ease him into it. I would say, yeah.
Definitely.
I think one of the things he needs to look at is his own schedule, because he's the first one in, he's the last one out. And that plays a big toll on your body, because we're talking about 6 o'clock in the morning until 10 o'clock at night sometimes, which is it's far too much. Even though he enjoys his job and loves it, and he's in the environment he loves to do it. Of course it does. Of course it does.
Well, the problem is if as a manager, your mind is working all the time, and there's always 10 or 15 things that you haven't done today. So it's like and you put in the extra time and try to whittle some of those away, and it's typical of a lot of high-driven people that have a lot of responsibility, and he certainly has both.
Absolutely. Welcome to the family, Choppy. Yeah, that didn't pop up on my screen to say you did that, so thank you very much. It normally does, to be fair. I don't know what's gone wrong there, but there we go. Technology for you. Right, preparations for tomorrow night. We know the expectations and the demands we put on each other every day, and it's going to have to remain that way until the manager is back. We know what we need to do. We know how we prepare. Massive game. Honestly, I can't wait for this. And I love this on Sandro Tonali, by the way, what he says. From a football perspective, we had lots of research on Sandro before he signed. We loved him as a footballer, technically and tactically. But it's only when you work with him so closely you realize what an exceptional talent he is, and he's delivering consistent performances. He's a great lad with a fantastic attitude. He's a top player. I mean, he's my favorite player. He really is. And he also wears the number 8 shirt, which really helps him to become my favorite player, because it's my favorite number. But JC, he's absolutely right, isn't he? What Mad Dog's saying, Tonali is, even though he doesn't get the praise a lot of times, and he doesn't get if you go on SofaScore and things like that, where they do the scores on stats and statistics, he doesn't get the ratings he fully deserves in games, because the stuff he does off the ball is exceptional.
Oh, it's incredible. I've not seen a midfielder like him for a good while. With the end, like we said last night, the engine that he's got. You mentioned right towards the end of the match, he got the ball and he went on a 40, 50 yard run and just diagonal towards the corner flag, and nobody touched him. And, we're talking, this is what, 88, 89, 90 minutes or whatever like that.
92nd minute, I think it was.
Something definitely like that. So it was really ridiculous. And, the engine the guy's got, for me, it's his vision and just how he moves himself around, and he plots things here, plots things there. He's there and thereabouts with every single thing that's happening. He might not be the first. He might be the second cog in the wheel, but he's absolutely instrumental in that midfield. And just as every game goes on, I was gutted when he got banned, obviously for obvious reasons. But this season, he's really shown. He's stepped up and he's gone, do you know what? This is why you've paid the money. And he is just I mean, well, again, I've seen over Twitter and Facebook and everything over the past few days. There's those new minifigure dolls that everybody's doing the AI thing.
Yes, yeah.
You know, the Sandro Tonali with the bottle of Newcastle and that. But again, he's another one that we've just taken in. We've taken Joe Linton, we've taken Bruno, we've taken them all in. He's another one. He's another part of the Geordie family. But he is absolutely instrumental. Keeping him is absolutely key. And I've seen some negative press that was put on 2023.
Always from Italy, though, isn't it? It's always from Italy.
Yeah, he's going to go after a year, and it's not going to happen. And look, you know, it's just look at it. We're reaping the rewards now.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, and he wants to repay the fans, doesn't he? That's the main thing. He knows what he did was wrong. He's addressing it, and the performances on the pitch now. That's not a man who wants to leave Newcastle.
Well, you know, it's pretty comfortable right here instead of being right in the middle of the Italian press. You know, it's like I think he sits back and goes, you know, I got it pretty good. He look around at his teammates, look at the family that is Newcastle United, and go, why would I want to go back into the frying pan? You know.
Yeah. And the other thing as well is, I believe Tonali will go back to Italy at some point.
Yeah, it could happen.
You know, and I'm not one of these guys who he's going to finish his career with Newcastle and da. It's like with Isak. I know he's probably going to leave at some point because you'll want a different challenge. But as long as they've won the things that we want them to win with us, you know, we'll applaud them away because we know they're going to be going back to Italy or back to Spain or to try something different. Yeah, Miggy's doing brilliantly.
Miggy Almiron, he's doing fantastic there.
Yes,
but we all obviously were gutted for losing him, but we all clapped him on, and he's still doing absolute mint.
Yeah. We were sort of gutted, but we weren't at the same time.
Well, it was good for both sides.
Yes, it was a good deal at the right time.
It kind of went along over the years that you could see it was going to happen. We thought it might happen last year.
Yeah. But I reckon Tonali probably maybe 3 years, 4 years down the line would probably consider going back to Italy. You know, he's an AC Milan fan. Is AC Milan fan? Or Juventus? AC Milan, isn't it? Yeah, he's a massive AC Milan fan. He boyhood club. You know, if they come back in for him with a decent price, you know, there's a very good chance he might say, look, I would like to go back home, and we'll probably say, okay, fair enough. But as long as it's on our terms and we're respectful and he's respectful, I don't mind that. I'm not one of these young. When I was younger, you're not going fucking anywhere, lad. Now I'm older. Now I understand what it's like, especially since I've moved away and stuff like that. I know, you know, I get it. I understand it now.
Yeah.
Right, team news. Let's have a look at what the teams could be. Well, let's go the team news first. So Newcastle United, coach Eddie Howe will again be absent. Obviously, he's still in hospital. Joe Willock is available, though, after his concussion spell has now ended.
Yes, I've seen that one.
That is brilliant. Obviously, Sven Botman, Lewis Hall, Jamal Lascelles still remain sidelined. Crystal Palace, Mark Gay and Eddie Nketiah return, which is such a shame because they're two big players for Palace, having sat out the defeat against Manchester City due to suspension. Eze and Matt Turner missed that match with illness. Eze didn't. Oh, it's a different Eze. Easy. Oh. E-double-S-E. Never heard of him. Decore and Chaddy Reid are long-term absentees. So SofaScore has this down for Palace. The player a 3-4-2-1. Henderson's obviously a very good goalkeeper. I mean, I can't see this being the team, though, because Mark Gay is going to come back into it. So I don't know why they haven't put him in there, which is a bit strange. I think this is probably the last match they played, maybe. But Wharton in there in midfield, Eze, Sarr, Matete, all very dangerous players. But I think that'll change a little bit because I know Mark Gay will definitely play now that he's back. But I tell you what, JC, I'm a massive fan of Wharton, and I think Palace will be very lucky to hold on to him in the summer. I know they'll get a big fee, but he'll probably want to go away. He's a very tidy centre midfielder, isn't he?
He is. He's absolute quality. I mean, I know he's come up in the last 18 months to 2 years or so, but he's going to demand a big fee. I wouldn't like to put a figure on it. I would probably guess 60, 70 million, possibly even north of that. But he's really pivotal for them. Yeah, I agree. The team's going to look different. You know, if Guay's coming back in, then that's going to be different. But Wharton's key. I think if we can silence Wharton and one of either Eze or Sarr, I think we're on to a winner. I don't think you have to silence them both, but if we can keep one of them quiet out of them two, then I think we're. And Wharton's their key. He's there for me. He's their similar version to Tonali / Guimaraes.
Yes.
But if we can keep them silent, we've got a real good chance. And I think our midfield will do a good number on Wharton. I can see Big Joe going against him, to be fair.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
I agree with that. Lauren Eze is a lovely footballer as well, very skillful. I would love to see him in a Newcastle shirt as a squad player. Then he probably could start potentially on our right wing, even though he plays on the left for Palace. I mean, he's another danger, isn't he?
Yeah, definitely. But I think we'll do fine. It is quite a tough. I think it's going to be quite tough. But the way we are playing at the moment, if we keep it up, I think we'll be fine.
Oh, very interesting. Jack Matete, I mean, he couldn't hit a barn door last season. This season, he's been absolutely fantastic. And now everyone wants to sign him. Man United want him. Arsenal want him. He's a very, very interesting player.
Yeah, I worry about two of the three forwards there, Eze and Mateta. And I don't know. They're just a tough squad. I don't know what they're going to do to set up to try and stop us. You know, I know the alignment that you're showing me here, but I don't know if they're going to, you know, just go into a defensive mode and put pressure on us by, you know, letting the clock run. I just don't know. But they've stayed tough with all the teams they've played this year. They've only got 10 losses. And until last week when they played Man City, you know, they were tied with us, 9 losses. So they're a tough out. They're going to get a win or a tie, you know, most times out. But hey, I think you key in on number 10 and number 14. Take your chances. But we're playing so good right now. That's why I just keep saying, you know what? I predict another win, especially at home.
Yeah, we'll come to the result side of things a little bit later on. But Palace are definitely in very good form. I mean, at one point, they were 2-0 up against Man City, and I was laughing, and I shouldn't have.
It would have been great if they kept that up.
They should have been 3-0 up. If Eze had stayed on side when he had the pace to stay on side, there's no reason why he should have wandered offside. It would have been 3-0, and I think that would have been game over. But as soon as that was ruled out, City went up the other end. 2 minutes later scored. Then 2 minutes later scored again. And when it went to 2-2, there was only one winner, and they ran out very comfortably in the second half. It was just like watching Man City of old a little bit, which is frightening. But I mean, Palace beating Fulham in the FA Cup's a huge win for them. They drew 1-1 with Southampton, which was a bit of a surprise. They beat Brighton at home. Again, that was a little bit of a surprise because Brighton are a good team, but they hate each other. But we're on an amazing run. I mean, we've beat West Ham, we've beat Liverpool in the cup final, we then beat Brentford, we then beat Leicester, we then smashed Man United. You know, there's so much to love about our team at the moment.
But you look at the last 5 games, we have 1 loss, they have 1 loss in Premier League. So, I mean, you're right. They're a tough team. We got to be ready. So just like we did against our last 2 opponents, after our parade, after our cup final, we came back and we kept the pressure up. We got to do it again.
Oh, yeah.
And then we got to get past Aston Villa, and then the games space out to like 1 a week, you know. But we got to get through this week. It's a tough one.
Martin, I don't know. I watched the game and I thought Palace were giving their best on the break, and that's how they play. They play a low block and the counter-attack with pace, and they do it very, very well. So, yes, you had more of the ball and had some decent chances, but can't say Palace didn't deserve it because they play in the way they play. And that's how they've done it all season. And that's what I'm worried about. We'll come to that a little bit later on. We'll look at our team. Our team will be unchanged. I mean, the big question is obviously Anthony Gordon is fully fit now. A lot of people have put online, who would you start? I mean, personally, I think it's a very obvious choice who starts. But Lauren, does Gordon come back in for you, or do we stick with Harvey Barnes?
Stick with Harvey Barnes for now, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
As much as Anthony Gordon's a good player, Barnes is on fire at the minute.
Yeah.
Like, I think this is his time for a little bit. So, yeah, I'd say bring Anthony Gordon on at some point, but Barnes, definitely.
Yeah. Jack, Barnes or Gordon?
Same thing. Good point by Lauren. We keep him in there. And at some point, you got to bring Gordon in again. Because we got 2 games in close succession, right after each other. What was it, Saturday or Sunday?
Saturday evening, 5:30, isn't it?
I mean, so you got to save some
in the
legs.
pub watching it.
Yeah,
I like it.
That's the good thing I like about away games.
Yeah, get Harvey Barnes out there for a bit. I mean, if after 50, 60 minutes, they're not doing anything. Get Gordon in just to save legs.
Oh, I mean, absolutely. I mean, it's a big game against Villa on Saturday. So, but again, like I say, I'm not looking past this Palace game. So I think Villa's tougher, but this is definitely the toughest game we've had since the cup final. So, it's a big game. JC, are you starting Barnes, or do you want to bring Gordon back in?
No, I think it's right to start with Barnes. He's been on fire, as Lauren says. Keep up that pace, keep up that unity as well. It was nice to see. I saw something on X, Twitter, whatever we're calling it, after on Sunday night. Cesspit. Him, Gordon, half an hour after the final whistle, running up and down, gaining his fitness, trying to do stuff. That's going to stand him in good stead. He's not ready yet. He might be fully match fit, but being fully match fit and fully match ready are 2 different things. Fish. I think Barnes is match ready, and as Jack says, put him on. If we're 2-0 up, and the 60 minutes, and 60 minutes are gone, bring Gordon on for 30 minutes.
Yeah,
we could go 4-0 then. We could. If it's 0-0 and it's 60 minutes, bring him on. He could win us the game. It's a win-win situation. We've got a player who's literally, as Lauren says, he's on fire. We've got a player who we know is just world class, what anybody says. So we're a win-win situation with it.
He's been on a roll.
Absolutely. It's a perfect example. And plus, we've also got options off the bench now as well, which we haven't done in the last couple of games, especially. Against Man United, our only option really was Gordon when I looked at the bench. I mean, Miley, obviously, I love as well. Look at the season so far. Obviously, Palace are now 12th, so they're obviously very safe. They've been on a great run. They've won 11 games. We've won 17. They've drawn 10. We've only drawn 5. They've lost 10. We've lost 9. Our average goals scored is higher than theirs, and our average goals conceded is exactly the same at 1.29. So that's interesting. I tell you what I am worried about with Palace, and I mentioned it obviously on Martin's comment there. They like to play a low block, and they like to counter-attack with pace. Now, if we get caught too high up the pitch, I don't think Bruno and J7 have got the pace to get back. I think only Tonali has. So we have to be very careful of how high Tonali plays tomorrow night because they will counter-attack at pace. And Eze, Sarr, Matete, they have bags of pace in them. That worries me. Jack, does it worry you?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. I didn't come up with the right words, though. You did, the low block. Are they just gonna try to block us out and then go long? It worries me a bit. Another thing, I don't want to miss this because you put the lineup up there. Is Tino okay? I saw something where maybe they were worried about Tino.
Yeah, that was a load of rubbish. It was just people being idiots on X.
Okay.
Tino's
All
absolutely fine. The press conference, he said he's got no new, fresh injury worries, so nothing to worry about there.
All right, good. But yeah, your concern, the way they play, they're a tough team.
They are.
They
They're a
make
very
you,
tough.
this happens in American football. You go to Philadelphia in the old days and you play them, and they had a rugged defense, and the score was going to be low. It was just going to be low because they would make you play ugly. You might win, but you got to play ugly right with them, and it feels that way to me in this kind of game.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. JC, your thoughts on Palace's way of playing and how they could hurt us?
Yeah, a little bit same. I mean, I think it's that stage, without being disrespectful, obviously they're better athletes than I ever have been, these guys, or a dream to be. But I think it's one of those things that we've got to appreciate that some of ours are a little bit more aged than their forwards. And as when it might shock people to know that when I played, I was, I got a bit older. I had to step back a little bit further and give them a little bit more time so that I can react a little bit, not quicker, but react in the right time. So I think we have to drop our line a little bit, not play Tonali so high up, just drop it, 5, maybe 10 yards, just to give them, yes, it gives them that little bit of space, but we can react in a better time than trying to react on the snap because we haven't got the pace for it. I don't think with some of the back and some of the midfield. So it does worry me. They are pacey, but I think if we drop our line back a little bit and just don't push up as much, I think we can counteract that. Yeah.
Lauren, what's your thoughts on that? I think personally, I'm worried not just about Tonali getting too far forward, but maybe Tino and Trips getting a bit too far forward as well and getting caught out.
Yeah, I agree with what you're saying. Crystal Palace is quite a tough team. Obviously, just got to try and keep up the pace. And I agree with what JC was saying, because I used to play football for a football team when I was younger. And obviously I was a midfielder, so I was doing all the running and stuff. And it takes a toll out of you. It really does. So obviously trying to keep up with people that may be faster than you, or do you know what I mean? It's going to be tough, but yeah, I've got the same worries as you, Baz, to be fair.
The one thing that worries me is if Tino and Trips get caught high up, you're left with the pace of Shaw and Dan Burn trying to chase Eze and Sarr, and that's not a good matchup. That scares the life out of me. But again, we've got to take our game to them. We've got to make, we've got to take our chances. That's the one thing I would say. We can't allow squanderous chances because Palace will not give us as many chances as Man United did.
Yeah.
So we've got to be a bit more lethal in front of goal tomorrow night, personally.
Well, now that would be a big change from the Man U game, and we missed a lot of opportunities that early in that game. If we get them, hey, we're in a good spot the rest of the game.
Again, an early goal really opens the game up because then Palace have got to come out of that low block. If the later the game goes without a goal, or if they nick the first one, it'll be a very frustrating night. It'll be like playing against Brighton, when they go 1-0 up against us and they play a low block. That's what I'm expecting. It will not be open. It will not be an open game unless we score first. So the emphasis on scoring first is going to be huge tomorrow night. And I know it's that cliche, but whoever scores first wins the game.
Kickoff's 7:30, isn't it?
Is it 7:30?
I think it is, 7:30.
Oh, Jesus, I'm struggling to get back in time.
I start work at 5:15.
Yeah, but I'm doing 7 till 7 tomorrow.
Oh.
Sugar. I'm going to struggle to get back in time, but I'll literally be out the shower straight in front of this and then doing the watch along, I think. Right, head-to-heads, Newcastle kept a clean sheet in their last 3 home league matches against Crystal Palace and in the 6 of the last 8 versus the Eagles at St James's Park. So Palace don't like coming up to the northeast, and their fans don't like coming up to the northeast either. No, sorry to any Palace fans watching, but your travel is terrible. But again, I always feel sorry for them because when they do travel to Newcastle, it's always either on a Monday night or a Tuesday night or a Wednesday night, and it's a long way for those Londoners. They don't like venturing out that late, and that far that late.
Well, payback is hell. That's all. I mean, that's what we do. We have enough games down there late at night.
Exactly. Yeah, absolutely right. It's all right, Baz. We'll entertain ourselves in the chat till you're sorted. Thanks. It's going to be a nightmare tomorrow. I don't feel anyone in the league right now. This is the strongest league has been in terms of top 8, but we're in form. Team, I agree, Baz, though. We have to score first for it to be an open game. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's just the way teams come to us at St. James's Park now. Unless they're a big team, they won't open up. In the reverse fixture, Newcastle drew 1-1 despite having just one shot. We didn't have a shot on goal against Palace. I don't know why they're saying that. We had one shot on goal. We didn't. It was an own goal. And it was an absolute terrible game down at Sellers Park. And it got everyone. That's when the Eddie Howe crap started again, was Palace away, because we just didn't look entertaining at all, did we? But we grinded out a draw. And we should have won the game because they scored in the last minute when Mark Gear equalised. But that was a horrific game. I just want to forget about that one. Since 14th of December, only Liverpool 41 have won more top flight points than Newcastle's 36. It's not bad, is it? Only 5 points behind Liverpool since December. And that's why we are where we are. The Geordies have selected the same starting 11 in the last 5 games. So obviously it's been very easy for us to talk about our lineup because it doesn't change. Harvey Barnes has been involved in 9 goals in the last 11 league starts, 7 goals, 2 assists, which, like I said, there's no way he gets dropped tomorrow night. We know about Jacob Murphy's form. Palace could score in 14 top-flight games in succession for only the 3rd time after August to November 1979 and between May and October 1991. So they're on a very good run of form. You expect both teams to score tomorrow night, to be fair. Defeat to Manchester City on Saturday was their 4th in the last 20 league games. It also ended the club record run of 10 away top-flight matches without defeat. So it just shows you they are very difficult to beat on the road as well. Palace Italia 15 goals from set pieces, excluding penalties, is the most by a Premier League side this season. I saw a funny thing on X about that. Obviously, Arsenal were getting all the praise, weren't they, about their corners, scoring from corners ability. And that's because their technical coach, set piece coach, is always jumping up and down on the sidelines and celebrating with them. But you don't see the Palace guys doing that. And they've scored more than Arsenal. So there we go. Eze has contributed 2 goals and 6 assists in the last 11 league games. So obviously he's the big threat. But yeah, it's going to be very, very interesting. Who's the referee? I always like to know. The referee is Darren England. Will be the referee for Newcastle United's Premier League clash against Crystal Palace. Now, apparently, we know a lovely lad called Martin, who's a Palace fan. He said that if you needed any help, you've got it, because he doesn't like this referee. So I don't know what he's done to Palace in the past, but it must be good for us because he doesn't like him. 25 games, 101 yellow cards, so that's an average of 4 a game, and he's also given 4 red cards. Nick Greenhay and Ekel Horson are the assistant referees. Tom Brummel is the 4th official, and Craig Parsons on VAR. That's just leveled it out now, Craig. I don't like Craig Parsons. So there you go. So that's all very, very interesting. Right, we're going to go to predicting the results. But before we do that, instead of going around the houses first, I'm going to play some few videos because we've got some of the guys who couldn't make it on the show tonight have given us their predictions. So we'll start with Liam.
How are you? Hope you're all well. Right, tomorrow night we go again versus Crystal Palace. So Palace are one of them tricky teams. It's going to be a very difficult game, but if we take the momentum that we had from Sunday's game versus Man U that we won, I think pretty much the same. I think we were dominant in midfield, and we need to sort of keep that going. But I think it is going to be a tough game, but I think we're going to nick a 2-1 up the mags. Come on. And Eddie Howe as well. Get well soon, mate. We'll want you back on that touchline. Cuba the Max.
I wish he kept his tash though. I really
I was
do.
just about to say, where's the tash?
It's gone. It's gone. Apparently, he only kept it for one day or something, where he did a bit of a TikTok thing for, which is a bit of a shame. Who else have we got? We've got Ian.
Good evening, Newcastle United fans. I send my apologies. I can't be on the show, but this is my match prediction for tomorrow against Crystal Palace. I think the way we are playing at the minute, I think we'll be a very, very tough team to beat. Even so, Crystal Palace have been doing really well at times as well away from home, so they can't be underestimated. I'm expecting us to win, but I expected a tighter game at the weekend, but God, how wrong was I? And as long as we get the 3 points on Wednesday and keep the momentum going into the Aston Villa game, which would be massive, I'm gonna go be 2-1 or 2-1 for me. It's about time Alexander Isak got on the score sheet. I'll be over the moon if he gets both goals. So 2-1 is my match prediction for tomorrow. Enjoy the game and how are the lads?
Like it. It's a good point there he's made before we go into some more of the score predictions. And I did forget to mention this, but Isak hasn't scored in a few games now. But doesn't mean he's playing badly. I mean, you look at that assist at the weekend, and Thierry Henry did a lot of analysis on it, and he basically copied me from, the other night. I basically said exactly what he said. He miscontrolled it, but he didn't panic. He just bided his time. He saw that beautiful run of Tonali, and he played the perfect through ball to him, and then he smashed it in the bottom corner. Lauren, have you not paid your electric bill again?
No, I'm back. Sorry. It keeps lagging, but I hope I don't have a blackout again tonight. It was horrible.
It was funny though. But yeah,
sometimes we just have to stop the camera,
sometimes, yeah.
Oh, John.
Okay, I'm
Jack.
back.
Sorry,
Jack.
So, Jack, are you worried about Isak? I mean, I'm not personally. I still think he's doing
really,
everything he can in the games.
A couple times he's looked a little slower than he has been just past couple games, but yeah, he's still involved, and he looks like he's more unselfish. It's like, and just he trusts the people around him, so he's like, okay, take a shot.
I'm not going to lie though, when that ball got played into him, his first touch was to set himself up. He was just that clever when he realised how bad his touch was. He turned it into a brilliant touch because his pass was fantastic.
Yeah, I think both touches were just great. I mean, it was like, wow, how do you do that fast? I loved it, and it worked out so beautifully. Two world-class athletes. That's all.
Yeah, absolutely. JC. Like I said, Thierry Henry obviously likes our show.
Well, obviously, he watched us last night, and your word for word, if it was analysis, that was perfect.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah, look, they say form is temporary, class is permanent. So he's had a couple of games he's not scored, but he's still not. It's not as if he's not been there and not done anything. That great setup on Sunday, and he was still there and still busy and still hunting. He wasn't, sometimes you see strikers and they're non-existent, No offense to any Leicester fans if they're listening. Jamie Vardy, he can just disappear for 20, 30 minutes. Isak doesn't. He goes and he tries. Okay, he misses, but then he gets up again. He tries again. If he's not going to do it, he'll lay it off. He's always busy and doing something. So, no, if he gets on the score sheet, I can see him getting on the score sheet tomorrow. He's always hungry. So, no issues at all. Of course, he's going to, and I think he'll win that Golden Boot still. I think he's still going to win the Golden Boot.
Yeah. Baz, I think the other thing is that the whole league focuses on that guy. When he was grabbing that touch, there's always two guys on him. So
absolutely.
But he's not afraid to use the people around him. So, I mean, it'll happen. He'll get back to scoring.
He backs himself to do anything in any tight area, doesn't he? Because his feet are so fast. For such a tall guy as well, it's crazy how good his feet are. Lauren, are you worried about Isak? I mean, I'm not.
Nah, he'll come back. He'll come back stronger than ever, and he'll get a goal. I guarantee. Honestly, there's nothing to worry about Isak.
No, I absolutely agree. Right, let's get back to the videos. Who have we got left? I think we've got Superfan Dan left. Didn't get one from Henry, unfortunately.
Morning, Toon fan, Superfan Dan from California with my match prediction for tomorrow's home match against Crystal Palace. I'm going to stick with my match prediction from the Man United game, and I'm going to stick with 3-0. I think we're going to be too much for them. I think the vein of form that we find ourselves in is just too great for any team that we're coming up against, especially at home at the fortress that is St. James's Park. I think our crowd is just going to be too loud for them. I think our guys are going to be up for it. And I think we're just going to take it to them. 3-0 to the Toon against Crystal Palace. Check out the watch along on Through Black and White Eyes, and look forward to seeing all of you again. Hopefully I'm coming over for the last match of the season against Everton. So we'll see you soon. Away the lads, away the lasses, and love you guys. See ya.
I love his face at the end.
I know. I hope he comes on. Obviously, everyone's seen the videos. I'm obviously not going to play you guys because you're here. I did have them ready just in case you weren't on the shows, though. So I've done all right tonight in the 15 minutes that I had to get ready. Right, we'll go around the houses. Jack, what's the score going to be tomorrow? What's your prediction?
Well, I predicted that. It'd be a tough game. It'd be close. But I predict we would win 2-0. And I think despite all the challenges that Crystal Palace has, I think we're just really in a good form right now. And I think the guys are hungry. They look hungry out there the other night. And I think they'll show up and do the same. There's competition for different spots, and that's a healthy thing. And no matter who you throw out there, it seems to work out good. So, 2-0, we'll take it.
Clean sheet. JC?
I'm the same as Jack. I think 2-0. I think we're gonna come out. They're going to be tighter than it was on Sunday. I think that's a given.
100%.
I think I'm not being disrespectful. I think my little girl could be tighter at the back than Man United were. She's only 11, bless her. But no, it's going to be tighter at the back. So I think 2-0. Isak's going to score. I'm not sure on the second one yet. It could come from anywhere, as we showed. Harvey Barnes got 2. We had Guimaraes on the score sheet.
Yeah.
I can see
unpredictable at the moment.
I can see Big Dan Burns coming in. I can see a cheeky little, corner coming in.
Let's not talk about Big Dan Burns heading the ball. He just saves them for cup finals.
No, I can see it coming in. It doesn't matter. But no,
I'll take it anytime.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to stick with 2-0.
2-0.
Sandro has 5 goals so far this season. Everyone's chipping in. It's absolutely brilliant. And you're right. It's even if Isak's not scoring, you've got Barnes chipping in, you've got Murphy chipping in, you've got Bruno chipping in, you've got Tonali chipping in. And it's something we haven't had for a very long time. You've got Shaw who can chip in. We know Tino's due a goal, and he does, kind of score a few. Shaw's due a goal after hitting the crossbar against Leicester. He hasn't scored in a little while. I think Dan Burns had his goals this season. I don't think he's going to score again, to be completely honest with you. And I'm fine with that.
I'm not. I'd love to see
Dan Burns scores tomorrow.
I would love it if he scored again, but I'm happy. I am very, very happy that he got
he's done enough for the whole year, for sure.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He can just
Alan, enjoy the game tomorrow night, mate. I'm glad you're getting to go. Right, Lauren, your prediction, please.
Well, I said on my video 2-1, so I think I'm going to stick with 2-1 because I agree with Superfan Dan with what he was saying last time. Nick Pope always does give away a silly goal. So I agree with Superfan Dan on some... I can't get my words out. Superfan Dan. But yeah, I'm going to say 2-1, and I'm going to say Isak is going to be the first goal scorer. He needs to score. I'm going to say Isak and Barnes.
Oh, interesting. Interesting. Before I
Yeah.
get mine, I'm going to go through the comments because there's a few of them put their scores up again. A hard fought 2-1 from Ches. Gary says 3-0. Roger says a nervy 2-1. Choppy says Newcastle 3, Palace 1. Jim, another day, no notification. I don't know what you're doing with YouTube, Jim. Like delete it and reload it or something. Isaac comes good Wednesday and gets a double in a 3-1 win. I mean, I would take that all day long.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I really hope, I think all of us here hope that Isak scores because, after a while it starts to play on your mind. And the press will jump on it too. It's like, hey, he's not scoring. He's not scoring. So we want him to score. That's what he does. And we don't want another 2 games going by without him scoring.
You see, if he doesn't score and we win, I don't think he really cares that much because it's all
he
about the
doesn't,
team.
but
And I think all the players are all about the team and
He's
about
still
Eddie
playing
Howe
really
and
well
whatnot,
as well, though. Like, even though he's not getting a goal, he's still playing immensely. Do you know what I mean? So
if he gets 2 assists, they're as good as a goal, aren't they?
Exactly. So I think he's just probably walking off that pitch thinking, yeah, I've done a good job.
Yeah, well, I think in the back of his mind it might start playing on it. I don't know. I know the press or somebody will make a big deal of it.
Oh, yeah, of course they will. The press will make a deal out because they always do.
So we want him to score. And if
I would love him to get a hat trick, but as long as we win, we win. So
get 3 points.
Yeah, I mean, I'm struggling to predict this one. I mean, I give 2 predictions for the Man United game because I'm allowed. I run the show. But I said 2-1, 4-0. So I was close with my second result. But I always said it all depends on the team sheet. Now, we pretty know, Palace are going to be solid. I don't think there's going to be many changes to that team sheet we saw other than Gea come in. Gea's got a point to prove because there was a lot of fans saying he wasn't worth the money that he was worth and coming to Newcastle, that we wouldn't pay that kind of money. He's got a chance to show what he is made of. And I think it's kind of an audition for him a little bit at St. James's Park tomorrow night to whether we go back in for him in the summer. And it wouldn't surprise me if we do, because when we sound out a target, we very rarely move away from that target. And I think Gear could be a player we sign in the summer. It's going to be a tough one. It really is. I think I'm with quite a lot of people in the chat, 2-1. I don't think we'll keep a clean sheet because I think they're too good on the break. But I think we'll have too much for them in the end. And I just hope we continue this great form. I just hope we don't have like a Brentford, a Bournemouth or a Fulham moment where we slip up because we take the game too easily, which I thought we did against Fulham. And Bournemouth, I think we expected to turn up and win. So as long as we turn up professionally like we have done in the last 5 games, I think we'll win 2-1. It'll be tight. It'll probably, I think all the goals will come in the second half. I think it'll be a 0-0 at half time. It'll be a bit edgy, and I think we'll sneak them 2-1. I think that's how it's going to go. I don't care who scores.
Yeah,
just as long as we win 2-1. That's all that matters. Exactly. Hiya, Bazza, and everyone else. Hope you're well. We are here. Thank you very much for joining. But we're just about to finish. We're just going to have a quick look at the league table. I know we saw this last night, but I want to show it again because it's just unbelievable seeing us in 4th position, a point behind Forest. And if we win, we go 2 points ahead of Forest into 3rd. And I think when Forest see that happening, if we beat Palace, or when we beat Palace, depends how you want to say it. I think Forest could. Yeah, but I think Forest could crumble a little bit. And that could then sneak Villa maybe. I don't think Chelsea have got enough, not after the weekend when they drew with Ipswich. They've shown their inner capability of winning games they should be winning. So, but if we win, I'm going to go out on a limb. If we win tomorrow night, we've got Champions League football. Because I just think we'll have the wood over everyone. We'll have the psychological battle. We've got the points in the bag. And I think that holds well for our iffy-ish running. And I honestly think Champions League football's ours if we win tomorrow night. Who says no? Who says no? Nobody.
I'm in agreement.
I agree.
3, 4, or 5, we could be in any of those positions.
I love it. I love it. Before we go, JC, do you want to get little mini JC on and to say hi?
I'll see if she'll come in. Just give me 2 seconds.
Yeah, no bother, man. With a half a head.
Just just while you do that, your little 0-0 at half-time, Newcastle 2-1. In the interest, not that we're advocating gambling or anything, but that comes in at 40-1.
40-1.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
That's
Put a fiver on that.
I might have a couple of quid on that. Aye, absolutely. Just 2 seconds ago.
Now hearing those odds, I don't agree with myself.
Are you doubting yourself now, Baz?
Definitely. When he sees something 40-1 or higher, it's just like, yeah, that's not going to happen.
Hey,
here we are. This is Mini JC. This is Madeline.
Hello,
how
Madeline.
you doing?
She's the one that keeps delivering me water at the minute because I've got a chest infection, bless her. But
hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
Hi.
You're off school. You'd be buzzing at the moment.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
You are. You're loving it, aren't you? What do we say? Tune. Oh, you're not going to do it, are you? She's not going to do it. I guarantee, though, I'll do it tomorrow night. She'll be like shouting the house down.
Yeah. Does she do chicken jockey?
What? Is that Minecraft movie?
Yes.
No, because we've not been to see it yet.
Oh, she's not seen it. I won't ruin it then.
No, we're not been sorry, Baz. Apparently, we've got to show. Apparently, we've got to show the original Bruno.
Oh, there you go.
Oh.
There you go. In
The
black
only
and white.
situation is you had to be black and white, and it was called Bruno.
Right. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Love it. Absolutely
love it.
Save me, somebody, please.
Hey, I love cats. I'm not allowed one though, unfortunately. Right, that's the end of the show. Hope you've all enjoyed it. Thank you to Jack, to John, to Lauren for spending your evening with me. Thank you very much for doing it.
Nice. Time.
Minecraft movie is kind of good, to be honest. Do you know what? I just like little bits of it, and I like the song because it's really catchy and it gets stuck in your head. And my kids absolutely love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. I hope someone's getting very drunk now and taking loads of shots. Right. I'll be back tomorrow. I can't believe the game's kicking off at 7:30. I didn't realise that. So I'll do. Oh, it's 2-2 now in the Villa PSG game. They only need 2 more goals. And they're back in it. That would be one hell of a turnaround. But they've only got about 15, 20 minutes left to do it. So hey, you never know. But the more they're out there and the more they're battling, the better it is for us at the weekend. Just remember that, everyone. Exactly. Right, tomorrow, so watch along, and then we won't be back till Friday. Thursday's a night off. Friday we'll do the review show and the look ahead to the Villa game, and then I'll probably get a watch along done on Saturday, but I'll have to check. Wasn't it 3-0 from the first, or was it 4-0 from the first leg?
4, I think.
So they need 2 more as well. Oh, the Champions League is heating up tonight. So thank you everyone for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe. Please don't forget to drop a like. If you can donate, please do so, because it's all going to charity. Don't forget about Diet Crow. Baz 20 for 20% off. Amazing little family-run company. Link is in the description. They do loads of other stuff as well, so check it out. And the 20% does make a huge difference when you're buying the stuff. And don't forget about Jan's art. Absolutely fantastic stuff. All this is purchasable. You can also get your own art done like we've done. If you have a look at the thumbnails, some great stuff on there, but he's got some cracking stuff on there. So links in the description, check them out. And to everyone who's drove Will off Twitter, and to all the Eddie Howe haters,
I think
good night, everyone.
They've disappeared.
I know they have now, haven't they? It's great. They've just gone back in the hedge like Homer, sinking away. But thanks for watching, everyone, and we'll see you tomorrow night. Take care till then.
Take care, folks. Good night.